801 million, 900 million, up 36%, up 100%, up nearly 255%. What is going on here? We are getting shafted. Now, I don't know about you guys, but my car insurance has been going through the roof year on year, and it is absolutely pathetic. We're in a cost of living crisis here in Australia, and the big insurance companies are squeezing, milking, and they're taking record profits. Just right here with carexpert.com.au, they came out with an article, car insurance costs are surging in Australia. Here's what the industry wants done. And this is just pure bludgery. In the last 5 years, basically, we have seen prices soaring by more than 40% on average. And I can guarantee for a lot of you guys watching, I bet you it's more. Because just take my example. I'm gonna give you guys my honest car insurance debacle that I've had to deal with. So with my F6 Typhoon, it's a car that I've had forever. I don't plan on selling it. I never do want to sell it. And I've always had it fully insured. And I've had it insured previously with Shannon's because I thought they were kind of the good people here to do it with. So I had Shannon's insurance. This was back from 2023 to 2024. And I used to pay $96 a month to insure it. It was insured for a value of $30,000. I had a reasonable amount of Ks I could use, things like that. Full coverage, happy days. Well, up comes my renewal. I haven't done anything, no claims. They up it by 25%. It goes from $96 to $120 a month. This is, again, a 25% increase when essentially there's been no claims, nothing's happened, and I've been a good policyholder, essentially. So I absolutely said, nope, stuff ya, I am not paying a 25% increase. I think that's robbery. So I switched to enthusiast motoring insurance. I got the same $30,000 in value. I got a lot of the same features. I actually ended up getting a better deal with enthusiast motor insurance, and I started to pay $83 a month. So hey, happy days. I actually saved a couple of bucks. Well, after the 1 year, the renewal came back in, and they've upped the policy now from $83 to $111. My friends, that is a 30+% increase. That is a 30+% increase. It went from $920 a year to over $1,200. And yeah, that is insane. And it's unaffordable. I actually don't know how people are affording it, because especially if you have a newer car that's even a higher value, the prices are just stacking up. It's ridiculous. And I'm actually afraid to know now how many people are driving on the roads uninsured just simply because they can't afford to. So why are all these claims going up so dramatically? Well, according to the Insurance Council of Australia, they've been having claims on average rise by 42.2%. And that's across a 5-year period, well above the inflation rate that they're explaining to us. So, yes, and I can understand because, again, with new cars, Chris Bowen's vehicle efficiency standard, trying to basically force everyone into an electric vehicle. These new cars are a nightmare when you get in a fender bender because, especially with electric vehicles, you compromise the battery, the whole thing is a write-off. The battery costs a fortune. And as soon as you put a dent in that battery, you misalign anything, the whole thing is compromised. It is a safety hazard now, and they essentially have to write the car off. And this is costing a lot of money. Even with these new hybrid cars, any modern car nowadays, we're talking big dollars because, well, again, inflation is so high, the Australian dollar is so crap that any cheap, any car now, you're talking like 50, 60,000 brand new. You want to get something that's anything decent, it's like going to be 80,000, 70, 80, 90,000, $100,000 car here doesn't get you hardly anything like it used to. And yeah, you have a fender bender in these new cars. You're talking sensors, you're talking expensive parts. The labor in Australia now is out of control. And the panel, the paint, it is a nightmare. And this is a big problem. I actually found out this the hard way. You know, I've got an older vehicle. They don't make the parts for them anymore. And when I had an incident with my F6 earlier on this year, I couldn't get the parts. My insurance company actually had to pay me out on the parts damages, and I've been having to source my parts over the last 6 months myself. So this is a problem because we're in that time bubble now where the old cars that a lot of people like to keep, there's no parts for them. The new cars that people are buying, they are you make one dent in it and the whole thing's written off. So insurance companies are now at a battle of both the old ones that people like to collect, the new ones that the mass people are buying. They are both in this terrible cycle. The thing that really grinds my gears though, you know, because you've got the Insurance Council of Australia, you know, they're trying to say, oh, well, we're having, 40% more claims and, these new cars are harder to fix and yada, yada, yada. But then you look at the profits and, Australian car insurance companies have seen significant profit increases recently with the AIG Insurance Australian Group posting a substantial increase in profits. Suncorp, QBE, all reporting huge profit increases. The AIG, they're talking 900 million in profit after tax. After tax. Suncorp, over 800 million in profits just from their insurance arm. And yeah, 17% increase from the previous year and a 255% increase on the year before. This is price gouging, guys. This is pure price gouging. QBE half-yearly results showed nearly a 100% increase in profits, 802 million up from 404 million just the last period. That is ridiculous. And these profits, they are all coinciding with just these premium increases. The premium increases have gone up over 40% in the last 5 years. And what can we do about this, guys? What can we honestly do about this? We got to I'm trying to make this video for you guys to have a platform to talk. Comment down below. What has happened in your scenario? What are your insurance premiums like? How much have you been having to extra pay? Because again, just for some people, this is going to be out of control. Out of control. The biggest thing that I feel like in Australia is it's so tightly regulated that it's almost like a monopoly where you have 4 or 5 major role players, like the 4 or 5 big banks. And they all just sort of hold hands and go, okay, we're not going to separate each other too far and we'll all just raise our stuff and we'll all because there's no other competition. You go to the USA and there's like 100 different banks. You have so much more competition, it drives lower prices. Guys, I've just had a gutful. It's just everywhere they're getting you. The grocery store, the petrol prices, the rent, the mortgage, the healthcare, the home insurance, the car insurance. And it's really getting out of control in this place. We've got clowns running this place here in Australia. We really need somebody fit and proper to be leading this ship. No one seems to be steering this country in the right way. But again, even here it shows you, all of the states and territories and the increases. Every single state, it's almost over 40%. It's sickening. It is sickening, guys. The insurance premium increases have when are they going to stop? Like, is it just going to be every year we get a 25% increase? That's what it feels like. I'm sick in my stomach about it. But, guys, I just wanted to make this video quickly to spread the word on this. I want to know what you guys are doing. How are you guys coping? And I hope you guys and your families are doing well. But until the next one, we'll see you guys on that next video.